today. We're making a pull tab pocket with insert. We have to use a flower, stitching, and messy thread. This is for the Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge here on the Dear Julie Julie channel. Pull tab pocket. What the heck is that? Let's get right to it. Hi everybody, it's Julie, and today you saw it's a pull tab pocket. I'm going to show you what that is. We're going to be using, not just birds. Okay, so we'll put just birds aside. We're going to be using some of the new lovely Red Roses digital kit, and it is on sale along with its companions, which is the Red Roses Yellow Birds digital kit. So those are some of those pages. And then this one is brand new and has just been added to the shop. And so we are going to use a couple pages. I already have a couple of videos on pull tab pockets, and I have shared those in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group. But I thought today we'd go ahead and I'm going to make a large one. So I'm going to take two of the side-by-side pages from the lovely Red Roses digital kit, and that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so I need a pocket, and I'm going to make a large page pocket that I can go ahead and add to the journal. Okay, so I'm just going to start by separating these two pages. This is what I'm going to use for my pocket. The really cool thing is I'll be able to use this page that I'm pulling off as a tip into the journal, or I can take it apart and use pieces of it for collage. It will not go to waste. I know it's going to be useful. The next thing I want to do is, because this is a pocket, I want to go ahead and add some paper behind it. And so I'm going to grab my book here, and we'll go ahead and pull a page out, and we're going to glue this to this. I think we can go ahead and use our glue stick for that. Not that one, because that will not give us enough. Okay, we'll go with this one. Okay, oh good, nice and juicy. Who likes the purple ones? I've seen on some other posts that people really like the purple one because they can see where their glue is. I just like to make sure that it's going to stick. That's what and I've been happy with this one. I've been happy with the one from Dollar Tree, as long as I work fast enough and get it on there. Okay, so there we go. That is going to be the front of my pocket, and we'll go ahead and cut the top down. And okay, now I am going to go ahead and cut this down. Okay, I'm going to cut the edges off of it. I'm making this so that I can go ahead and put it into a journal because my journal base is not made yet. Okay, so we'll go ahead, pull those, and cut across here, okay? So I've taken the top and the bottom piece off. And now the other thing is I'm going to go ahead and take off this whole bottom row of the music because I'm going to want my the pop-up to have some room on the page, not to just go straight up off the top. Okay, so we do have to remember that we're going to be adding a flower, stitching, and messy thread. And so, okay, we're going to set this aside for right now. This is going to be my inside pocket. And so we are going, or not pocket, this is going to be my inside insert. Now, I thought about making it like be a little booklet, but I'm going to just make it into a large tag. We're going to go ahead, glue these two pieces together. So go ahead and go around. I know I'm going to be cutting over on this side, so I don't need to go all the way to the edge on that side, because I do need this to be smaller than the pocket's going to be. So we're just going to get this so that it is drying, and we can move on to the next thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue that. And those two pages together plus the glue is going to give us a much more substantial card to put inside. Okay? So this is my card or my envelope, and I need for the insert to be smaller. So I'm going to cut this down, and I'm going to cut it this side. In case you're following along and using this digital, I'm going to cut it pretty much right at the edge. Okay, I'm going to cut that strip because I didn't want to cut the butterfly. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to cut this piece. Okay, so I'm going to cut that edge. And then I'm going to put this, and I'm going to cut it so that it's right at the stamp. And I'm just using my scissors. You could use your cutter. Would be smart. Probably. Okay. We'll come across here. And I'm going to cut just a little more off the bottom. Okay. Now I can use that piece. I can probably use that piece. I probably don't need these pieces. Okay. So this is going to be my insert. Okay. And it's going to go inside here. And so this part is what is going to be popping out so far. And okay, so I want to keep this whole piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece from outside, and I have stitched on the edges here. I'm going to go ahead and rip them. Okay, so, and I did this ahead of time so that you could save time and didn't have to wait for me to go use my sewing machine. So I had a couple of other pieces of stitching that I wanted to show you that you could use. And of course, they fell. So one of the pieces was that I had stitched on a piece of fabric, and we still might use this. So we're going to set that right there. The other piece was really small. So, but of course you could add in something that has this, the hand stitching. You could stitch a button on. The other piece that I had was a piece of this, but it was a piece that had this edge. Okay, so from where I'm cutting the trim off, this piece, so totally recycled. So, but wanted to show you could do that. You can hand stitch. You can draw stitching on if you want to. Okay, I'm going to add this to my edge. Okay, and okay, so we'll go ahead and I like that, but I don't want to lose the flinch card. So let's go ahead and rip this in. You see I'm holding it with my right hand and tearing with my left, and that gives me that that paper edge. I'm going to cut that off because it's in my way. Okay, and then I can go ahead and add glue. This time I'm going to use the fabric tack. And I'm just going down the edge. Whoops, I don't need it that long. That's okay. Okay, so needs to okay, and then I can cut this piece off. Okay. Go ahead and put that on. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to come in pretty close to that because remember, I didn't cut that much off this edge. Okay. So I'm actually really close to that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. We'll glue it down. Okay, so gluing this side down. So that gives me stitching on both sides. I'm using book page, which is always good to use up some book pages. These book pages are from a food book, so pretty safe to say that there's no offensive words or whatever in it. Okay, so I have given it the little pieces on each side, and if you want to, you can also go and do down at the bottom. We could just go ahead and add this piece back to the bottom. I think I'm going to just leave this open at the bottom. I don't think that I have to worry that my insert is going to go all the way down. Let's go ahead and fix this. And you know, we could go ahead and put this on a page. Let me see if I have... Is there a birds and... Is there one of these pages? No. So let's find... I know I want to add this page, excuse me, in the journal for sure. Okay, So this is from the Lovely Red Roses. And I'm going to go ahead and put it just like that. Okay, so this is going to be able to go in and be a page. And if any of the edge has to go off the edge, which it looks like it does, it's going to look like that. And I think that that's going to be fine. And that's something that I can fix also. Okay, so now to make this a pull tab pocket. So I've made my pocket, and I'm going to be able to put this in here. I need my little spot that is going to hold my pocket. And so let's see, what do we want to use? I have this. Let's go ahead and we'll punch our, okay. There is the hole for the pull tab. Then we can go ahead and glue our pocket in, okay? So I'm going to glue my pocket in. Remember, this side is kind of going to go off the edge a little bit. This side is going to be able to go all the way up to the edge. And we're going to leave the bottom open. Okay. I don't want it to accidentally get stuck. And I'm going to take this all the way to the bottom and into the inside. Fold this over, make sure we're good, and put it all down. Okay. You know what? I am going to close the bottom. You know why? Do you see that? It's bubbling up just a little bit. I wish I had my little bottle. Okay, so we'll just put glue on this edge. All we're trying to do is keep this from opening up down here. Okay. So there, that gives us that page. We got a little bit of an edge here. I will probably add like some lace or something to that edge. And I really like the way that looks. Okay, so now we need to pull this over and put this in. Okay, so it's going to go in like this. And I think I want it to come down a little bit. I have my butterfly down here that I really didn't want to. Blue Jay corn plasters. Huh. Okay, well, this will at least bring it down a little bit more. I'm going to round the bottom once we get this all figured out, because that'll... Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and we need to add our pull tab. Okay. I think we can use some of this. Okay, because that's the same size as our little spot. Okay. And okay, we can cut across the top. Okay, there we go. And then we have this little button that I want to put on there, okay? Do I have one that's, yeah, this one's cut better. Okay, so I have my little button, and I can use that as part of my pull tab, and I'm going to go ahead and, whoop, I'm going to stitch it. Let's, we're going to use this. That'll be easier to get the hole through that, because it's, that glossy is a little bit hard to get through. Okay, this also counts as stitching. So if you add a button, we're counting that as stitching. But I think the actual stitching is really a cool addition. So we're just going to go ahead and go through this twice. It'll show up a little better. Okay, and then we'll tie this off. I think one knot's better than two. Oh, I should have probably gone ahead and sewed that on here, but I didn't. Oh well, I got distracted. Okay, so putting this in, I want to measure where my pull tab is going to go. I think I really want it on that postmark, but if I go a little to the side of the postmark, we don't lose the postmark, right? Right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we'll just attach our button tab. Okay, so I've got it in. I like that. Now I'm lining it up to the pull tab. Okay. Okay, so there's my pull tab pocket. There's my insert. We have stitching. And we have to add a flower and messy thread. You know what, let's go with the bigger rounds. It's a bigger card. Rounding the edges makes it easier to put the insert in and out. It also looks like it's finished. Okay, then go ahead and fold it against the curl. Okay, and that can go in here. I love that. You know, we do have this piece that we could put across the top. I think I want something going across the top, so I'll think about that. Okay, so we have our stitching, and we're looking good there. So I'm thinking it might be kind of fun to add this piece here. It's more stitching. And to grab a flower. Okay, stitching and a flower. Oh, messy thread. Now we could do, I wonder, I'm going to try something. Just because we need messy thread. What if we made a mess, made a mess up here with thread? I'm going to double knot that. Okay. Went around again. And we'll tie. Just making messy thread. So, you know, usually I do that bow messy thread. Okay, so that's a little bit smaller. Maybe go around one more time. So just another way of using some messy thread. Okay. Literally, we have messy thread up there at the top of our pull tab pocket. Oh, I kind of like it. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to add our other piece of fabric with the stitching on it. So we've added stitching in a few different ways. Hopefully giving you some ideas of ways you can add stitching when that comes up on your challenge, or just if you're doing projects. Okay, so we got double stitching on right here. Then we'll add our flower. So don't forget, if you're wanting to move ahead and you're not sure what some of the items are that I have posted for the challenge, you can look at the Mayhem 2020 and the Mayhem 2019 videos. And you can look up on YouTube, like I looked up to get those, to be able to share them with you. I looked up DearJulieJulie Pop Tab, and both of those old videos came up. One of them's using French Fashionista digital kit. That was cool. Okay, so pull tab pocket, flower, messy thread, stitching. We have the insert. It has lined paper, and I love it. Okay, so like I said, the one other thing is I do want to do something up here. And you know, we are distressing with our little holes. We started that at the VIP the other day, so I'll continue that. And I'll just use this as a background, and I'll put that in. So if you, if one of the things that you pulled was stenciling, don't forget about things that you have around, like this silly little thing. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and use that. That gives me some polka dots up there at the top. I'm also using the new plaid stencil that I got from Spectrum Art Creations in my project. So, but there we go. Oh, that's so much better, and it finishes that. And then remember, I'm probably going to add some lace or something over here to this side where that came off a little bit off the edge. I love this. A giant pull tab pocket. And I have a page ensemble ready for my journal. How cool is that? Could go ahead and I'm enjoying the heck out of the little things. But that might be something fun to add. Also, this little card, I think I will. Well, I don't know, because you're gonna. I like that. But because we're putting lace here, I don't know that we will see that. So we'll save it. We'll save it for the next time I get a playing card. Okay. So pull tab pocket with insert. Pull tab pocket with insert, stitching, flower, and messy thread. So if you're curious what we are doing here, this is our Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge. We'd love to have you join us. The details video's in the description box down below. Just watch that video. It tells you where to go, what to do. Come on over and join our Mayhem community. The next thing we need to do here is we need to pick what we're going to make tomorrow. So let me show you how the Mayhem works. So, of course, we got a mess here. Let me go ahead, clean this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, pull these, put them up in my little thing for right now because I need to make one of each item and I need to use one of each item. So we're going through first and getting these all used up, and then we'll put them all in there and then we'll just keep using them. Okay, so from in here we're going to go ahead and pick the embellishment that we're going to be making for tomorrow. Flip up, flip down pocket with insert. That's pretty easy. And then what are we going to be using to make that? We are going to be using metal. Next, journal lined paper. I got like 5 on my fingers right there. Okay, I think I got it down to 1. And fabric. So flip up, flip down pocket with metal, journal lined paper, and fabric. So that is what we'll be making for tomorrow. I hope you will join us. 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. We have a premiere every day at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time with a live chat. You just hit that live chat button right down there. You can come on over and join us, and we'd love to have you join us. Also, don't forget the Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge goes through May 31st, and the details videos in the description box down below. One more thing, the digitals that I showed you during this video, the Just Birds, the red roses, yellow birds, the lovely red roses, along with Roses, Tea and Roses, Laura's Roses, several other, the Music and Roses digital kits are all on sale on the DearJulieJulie Etsy shop for 50% off. If you are a diamond or emerald Patreon, remember to use your 70% off coupon code for 70% off savings. That is through Tuesday, and so I hope you'll check that out. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. It's Holly's first bloom. Emerald Patreons, watch for hollyhock seeds in your package. I think that's the only one. Looks like there's another one starting right in the back there, but that's Holly. She has a very prominent place. We built the tiki bar around her so that she can give us those beautiful blossoms that turn blue when you eco dye. There's her little sister. We'll see how she does this year. And we took down all of the pyracantha, but we kept that vine, and we're gonna let the vine grow on those branches, and primarily for eco dyeing. So there's Holly's little sister. I think this is Holly's like 6th year. So yeah. Happy Holly Day. Up, signature ties. That goes in here. Sorry. I got put in the wrong thing. Fancy closures in there too. Put those over there. Okay, and from the